This video reveals how it all started, and this video continues the story. I'll put the links below. 2021. My face is breaking out because I'm still detoxing. There's a video coming up on why I chose to detox. And now! The reason I use the wheelchair when I can walk is because of pain. Terrible, excruciating pain. It's a ligament injury. And the pain is in my left leg. I can't put weight on it at all. Not at all. So it's kind of like I only have one leg. That's how I get around, on one leg. And the reason that I use the wheelchair, I use it as a form of pain control because I have the ability to walk, and because it's a ligament injury and blood flow is limited in ligaments, it takes a long time to heal. I am surviving on one leg. When I do put weight on it, then it increases the pain. And it's funny, the pain takes like 4 days to show up. So it's very confusing as to what I can do, because I'll think, okay, my pain is low today. Maybe I can do this. And I'll go and do it, like sweep. I'll go and sweep the floor. It'll be fine. I'll make it through the sweeping. I'll think, okay, I'm okay. Let me just see how I do the rest of the day. I'm fine the rest of the day. But 4 days later, I'm in pain. Now, in the beginning, I did something, I swept, and then I did something the next day, and the next day, and the next day. And on the 4th day, they all caught up. Really, really suffering. I've done a lot of things for pain control. I guess the biggest, most evident is getting the wheelchair. I had to change my entire life. I started out with a manual wheelchair. I transitioned to a power wheelchair when it became clear that this injury is going to take a long time. That meant I had to get a wheelchair van. These are very expensive items. Somehow I managed it. My house has a wheelchair ramp. I used to go to my relative's house on the holidays, and I haven't been able to do that because I'm in so much pain afterwards. Their homes are not wheelchair accessible. So I have in the past got up and walked because I'm able to walk, and I wanted to see them. I don't do that anymore. The cost is too great, and it took too long to recover. I had to start refusing all invitations. I was just in so much pain. I wanted to be there. It's very hard to say, yes, I'm missing another Christmas. Yep, I'm missing another Thanksgiving. And after a while, people don't invite you anymore. And it kind of makes it better because it's very hard saying, I still have terrible pain. And it's incredibly difficult to spend the holidays alone year after year. And that caused, some misunderstandings. So hopefully this video will help clear up some of those misunderstandings. I will have to sit in one spot and not move for weeks just to recover and to get to a place where I can tolerate the pain and remain sane. It would hurt less if my leg was cut off. I've had long thoughts about how to get my leg amputated because it hurts so much. This is on a full-strength pain pill, by the way. I'm in the wheelchair anytime I'm mobile. I do my best to not put weight on my left leg. That's a form of pain control. I don't do things 2 days in a row or even every other day. It's been 13 years. and I'm still learning new things about this injury. Last week, I scheduled 2 things in a row because my pain was low. I had to do something on Thursday and then something on Friday. Like one was a dentist appointment and one was a doctor's appointment. I'm paying for it. Today is Tuesday, the following week. I'm still paying for it. I'm still in terrible pain. So even when I think, all right, I can do more stuff, I really can't. I don't want to be on barbiturates anymore. I was on them for many years, and really it didn't control my pain at all. It just made me sleep. The effect of the pain medication made me sleep so deep I had terrible nightmares, and I would be yelling at the top of my lungs. One time I was asleep on my back and my cat was laying on my chest because it was cold and my cat was trying to warm up. But I was dreaming someone was holding me down. So I was yelling, "Get off of me, I'm gonna kill you." And my roommates are banging on the door, "What's going on in there? Let us in," And I didn't wake up. They had to call me to wake me up. And that happened over and over and over until I finally got off those drugs. Like, that's definitely not a way that I want to live. And I'd sleep 18 hours a day. Get up at 3 p.m. That's when I'd leave my bedroom at 3 p.m. and eat and then go back to bed. Because I had so much pain, I took so many pain pills that I just slept. And really, they didn't touch the pain. So I had to get off of them and find another way to survive by controlling pain. Today was garbage day. I can only tolerate pain enough for one trip from inside the house outside to empty the garbage. So I save it all up by the front door and then I pile it all on my wheelchair and I balance it out there. I'm going to make a video of it because it is kind of funny. If I drop something between my door and the garbage can, it's comical. I really should make a video. I save stuff up to do. Put it over there till I don't have any pain. I've been on quarantine for 13 years. Yeah, pain has quarantined me. And the more I stay off of it, the more it heals. Because ligaments are a structure, a support to hold my upper bone in my leg and my lower bone together. That's the ligament on the outside. And so putting weight on it prevents healing. So the wheelchair allows it to heal also. There is a belief in society that people in wheelchairs are paralyzed. And if you're not paralyzed, then you're faking. People have said that to me. "Oh, you're faking," because they saw me stand up. But why would someone fake? It's hard. The wheelchair has blessed me and made my life more independent. I'm more independent. I can do more things, but I tell you, it's hard. Everything takes a long time. It takes a long time to get in the chair, to get my coat on. It's very hard to get dressed. It's hard to get in the chair. It's hard to get in the van. There's no reason someone would fake. And I don't know of any other instance when a stranger would say to a stranger, "You're faking." People have called me a faker so many times that I turned my wheelchair into a rolling education center. So that whenever someone is in line behind me, they can learn all about people with disabilities. Fact,
People of all ages use wheelchairs, and they are not paralyzed, and they are not faking. Mobility aids provide a sense of freedom to people who can't walk on their own because of a hidden disability.
You can't see back pain. You can't see pain. And these are known as hidden disabilities. They're disabilities that you can't see. It doesn't mean they're not there.
Like MS or Lyme disease or weak, painful joints. I let people know quite directly that I am not paralyzed, and yeah, I'm using a wheelchair. And believing that I'm faking is an outdated stereotype. Please stop and be kind instead. On the Ellen DeGeneres show, Ellen looked out into the audience and noticed that a woman in a wheelchair had stood up. Ellen stopped the show, got the attention of the cameraman, and declared, "She's healed."
Other things people have said to me. His disability makes yours look like a vacation. You're so pretty for someone in a wheelchair. You don't look disabled. You don't need that chair. I don't even know why you use it. I had a guy at my house that I hired to do my floors, and one of his employees asked me to go to the store and get him some tools or some supplies. And I said, "Do you see me in the wheelchair?" "No, I can't." And the owner, Bob,
"But you can walk."
So that's it. That's it. You see, I can walk. I have the ability to walk. But I also have the ability to stab myself in the neck.
Some folks aren't so nice.
If you can walk, then you shouldn't be using a wheelchair. And if you are, there's something out of balance with your cognitive state.
Various relatives believe that about me.
Even though I can stand on my right leg, and you've seen me do that, what you don't notice is that there's no weight on my left leg. It may look like I'm just standing there because I've gotten really good at it. Standing up, washing the dishes. I'm leaning on the counter and leaning on my right leg. There's no weight on my left leg at all. And I get it. These people have never been sick, and they've never had a disability. They've never lost everything. They've never reached their breaking point. So they are looking at me through their eyes, not through mine. But it's not just about mobility. I had a friend when I was in school for EKG and phlebotomy. She had a heart defect, and we'd be walking down the hall and boom, she'd go unconscious and fall on the ground. She needed to start using a wheelchair because every time she fell, she hurt her hip, she hurt her head. But guess what? She could walk. Does that mean she's faking? 98% of people are good. This is what I have learned. They're good, they mean well, they're helpful. But there's the other 2% that don't see me. They only see the wheelchair. I overheard someone I had working at my house, I overheard them on the phone talking to their boss. "I'm at the wheelchair lady's house." I don't want to be the wheelchair lady. I live in a small town. So I'll call somewhere and go, "Oh, this is Catherine." And they'll go, "Catherine, okay, in the wheelchair?" "Oh, Catherine." Yeah, they start seeing the wheelchair. And if they believe everyone is paralyzed, it's hard to date. Because I know if I was ambulatory right now, I wouldn't want to date someone paralyzed because I would feel like they'd slow me down. It takes a long time when you're in a wheelchair. It would slow them down, so I would feel the same. But I'm not paralyzed. Friends, if you ever have any kind of suspicion as to whether or not your friends are friends, get sick or get a disability. You'll find out about everyone you know. The real friends stick around. The other ones, poof, scatter. Give me a call when you're all better, okay? Oh, okay. I had a friend scold me in the elevator because we were in another city. We were out of town and we were standing in an elevator. I was in my wheelchair. She was standing in an elevator that opened the front door and the back door. And she and I were facing the front door. And the back door opened. And we only had so much time to spin around and get out the back door. Well, when you're in a wheelchair, you gotta like, ah! So I spun it around and we missed it and the door closed. And she let me have it. And there were other people in the elevator too. She scolded me for not moving fast enough. The real reason she scolded me is because she was embarrassed in front of the other people to not make the door. I, on the other hand, was giggling. Oh, we didn't make the door. I'm used to it. Happens to us all the time. I go out of the grocery store. I got all my bags. I'm going to my car and someone has parked right there in the no parking next to my wheelchair van where my ramp comes out.
Just like this. Or this. This guy should get 2 parking tickets.
Yeah, someone parked right there. And I'm like, I can't get in my van. I don't know who it is. I don't know where they went. And I have a little sign on my van that says, please park 8 feet away. I have a disability license plate. I'm in a disability spot. No disability awareness. I'm using the wheelchair and just making it one day at a time.